A music round now. For your music starter, you're going to hear a piece of dance music which samples a piece of classical music. For 10 points, I want you to give me the title of the original classical work and the composer.
Lincoln Reed.
Samuel Barber, Adagio for Strings.
Correct. And you get, after that, then 3 more tracks featuring pieces of popular music which sample classical works. In each case, I want the composer of the classical work.
But who's the dummy? Because now you done lost a hustler. A down-ass brother done been replaced by a buster.
Pachelbel.
Pachelbel is correct. And secondly?
Prokofiev.
It was, yes. And finally?
Whoever thought the sun would come crashing down? My life in flames, my tears concrete, the pain, we feel the end. The darkest, deepest riverbed, my book of life incomplete without you here. Alone I sit and reminisce.
Mozart.
No, that's Bach's Air on a G-string. 10 points for this. Born in Boston, Massachusetts in 1809, which literary figure gives his name to the annual awards presented by the Mystery Writers of America to honour the best published...
Manchester Bar.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Correct. These bonuses, Manchester, are on a 19th century Chancellor of the Exchequer. Quote, described as a natural second-in-command, Sir Stafford Northcote served as Chancellor to which Prime Minister from 1874 to 1880?
Gladstone.
That was Disraeli. In its coverage of the 1874 general election, the Times had predicted erroneously that whoever is Chancellor when the budget is produced, it will be abolished. To what revenue-raising device, first introduced in 1799, was it referring?
Income tax. Income tax.
Correct. In 1878, Northcote raised income tax to 5p in the pound, following increased expenditure on military preparations against which country?
What year?
1878.
No, it's too late.
1878. Wasn't Crimea?
Yeah, I think it's too early. No, it's too early. China. Do you go for China? Okay. China.
No, it was Russia. 10 points for this. In February 2012, which country beat Côte d'Ivoire in a penalty shootout?
Manchester Gilbert.
Zambia.
Zambia is correct, yes. African Cup of Nations. Right, your bonuses are on systems of propulsion this time, Manchester. Now, what common name is given to a rotary engine that converts fluid flow into work?
Impeller? Impeller.
Okay. Impeller?
No, it's a turbine. What kind of aircraft engine uses a gas turbine to drive a propeller?
Turboprop.
Turboprop.
Correct. What kind of engine uses an aircraft's forward motion as a compressor and thus operates most efficiently at supersonic speeds?
Ramjet.
Ramjet or scramjet or a stovepipe jet is correct. 10 points for this. Which Dutch city gives its name to the treaties of 1713 that concluded British involvement?
Lincoln Reed.
Utrecht.
Utrecht is correct, yes. Lincoln, your bonuses this time are on pairs of composers born in the same year. In each case, name both the composers from the works listed. Firstly, the composers of Polonaise in A-flat major and Symphony No. 3 in E-flat major, the Rhenish, were both born in 1810.
That's probably Chopin and...
Is it Schumann?
Schumann and Mahler, maybe? Chopin and Mahler?
No, it's Chopin and Schumann. Secondly, the composers of A German Requiem and the opera Prince Igor, both born 1833.
It's Prince Igor Stravinsky. Sorry? It's not Tchaikovsky. It's Stravinsky or... Or who? Is it Glinka? What was the first
Come on, let's have an answer.
Yeah. Brahms and Glinka.
No, it's Brahms and Borodin. And finally, the composers of the opera Pagliacci and the choral work The Dream of Gerontius, both born 1857.
57 months, Leoncavallo. And the other is... No, it's too late for Mahler. Leoncavallo and... Britain.
No, it was Elgar. Bad luck. Leoncavallo and Elgar. 10 points for this. Otherwise known as the oracle, what term from the Latin for feather or fin denotes the most visible part of the outer ear present in most...
Manchester Brown.
Pinner.
Pinner is correct, yes. These bonuses, Manchester, are on place names. Kingston, Jamaica was named in honour of which British monarch who'd come to the throne 3 years before the city was founded in 1692?
William III.
Correct. The 16th century Portuguese explorer Lourenço Marques gave his name to a southern African capital now known by what name?
Portuguese. That's either going to be Angola. If Angola, it might be Mozambique, which is Maputo. But if it's Angola, it would be I think Lesotho. I think Maputo.
Maputo?
Correct. The market town in central France, formerly known as La Haye-en-Touraine, was renamed in the early 19th century in honour of which philosopher born there in 1596?
Descartes.
Correct. We're going to take our second picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a painting. 10 points if you can name the artist.
Manchester Brown.
Chagall.
Anyone like to buzz from Lincoln College?
Lincoln Reed.
Rubens.
No, it's Hieronymus Bosch. So, picture bonuses shortly. 10 points if anyone can get this starter question. First published in 1957, Vance Packard's book, The Hidden Persuaders, explained the methods used by which industry in tailoring campaigns?
Lincoln Thompson.
Advertising.
Advertising is correct, yes. Right, that painting by Hieronymus Bosch depicted the 7 deadly sins. They were scenes from everyday life rather than allegorical representations thereof. For your bonuses, you will see 3 sections of the painting. In each case, I want the sin depicted. Firstly, for 5.
Sloth. Sloth.
That is sloth, yes. Secondly,
Probably vanity. Vanity.
no, it's pride. Pride's the sin. And finally,
Gluttony. Gluttony.
gluttony is correct, yes. Right, 10 points for this. A work of 1763 entitled The Sleeping Beauty, modelled on Louis XV's mistress Madame du Barry, is the oldest work on display at which London location?
Lincoln Thompson.
Whitechapel.
No, anyone want to buzz from Manchester?
Manchester Bryce.
National Portrait Gallery.
No, it's Madame Tussauds. 10 points for this. Lenient ethics is an anagram of the single word name of which landlocked state, noted for its banking...
Manchester Gilbert.
Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on autonomous communities of Spain. Which autonomous community of Spain consists of the island group that includes Minorca and Ibiza?
The Balearics.
Balearic Islands is correct. The Picos de Europa National Park is in the western part of which autonomous community? Its capital is Santander.
Galicia or the one Aragon?
It's northwest.
Northwest Galicia then.
Yeah.
Galicia, northwest.
Galicia.
That's Cantabria. A World Heritage Site and a place of pilgrimage. Which city is the capital of the autonomous community of Galicia?
Compostela.
Santiago de Compostela.
Correct. 5 minutes to go, 10 points for this. Which element comes next in this sequence given in reverse order? Vanadium, titanium, scandium, calcium, and what?
Lincoln Hopkins.
Potassium.
Potassium is correct, yes. Your bonuses, Lincoln College, are on words that can be made using any of the 8 letters in the word clueless. In each case, give the word from the definition. Firstly, sediment that forms during the fermentation of wine or beer.
Sorry? Nominate Jones.
Lease is correct. Secondly, the basic monetary unit of Romania.
Skule.
No, it's the leu. And finally, on a computer spreadsheet, the space is formed by the intersections of rows and columns.
Oh, duh. Cell.
Cell is right, yes. Right, 10 points for this. 4 minutes to go. The founder of the Royal Ballet, born Edris Stannis in County Wicklow in 1898, is more commonly known by what name?
Manchester Brown.
Licia
No, Lincoln College, one of you buzz? You don't know? It's Dame Ninette de Valois. 10 points for this. The smallest possible social group defined in sociology. How many members does a dyad have?
Manchester Gilbert.
2.
2 is correct. Your bonuses are on Greek mythology this time, Manchester. Named after the son of the nymph Cleodora and the human Cleopompus, which Greek mountain is associated with the god Apollo and was said to be the home of the Muses?
Parnassus.
Correct. Which mountain in Crete is sacred to the goddess Rhea and is said to be the site of the cave in which she gave birth to Zeus?
Ida.
Correct. Which densely wooded mountain was said to be the home of the centaurs and allegedly provided the timber from which the Argo was constructed?
Mount Olympus.
No, it's Mount Pelion. 10 points for this. What is the acceleration of a particle of mass 3 kilograms when subjected to a linear force of 51 newtons?
Lincoln Hopkins.
18.
Manchester, one of you buzz.
Manchester Bar.
17.
Yes, 17 metres per second squared. Right, your bonuses this time, Manchester, are on royal residences. The private home of 4 generations of British sovereigns, which royal residence was the scene of the first Christmas broadcast in 1932?
Sandringham? Sandringham.
Correct. Bagshot Park in Surrey is the residence of which member of the royal family who married in 1999?
Oh, Prince. Is that Prince Andrew?
Edward. Okay. Prince Edward.
Yes, the Earl of Wessex. Built by Henry VIII, which palace was the residence of English monarchs for over 300 years and remains an official residence of the sovereign?
Hampton Court.
No, it's St James's Palace. 10 points for this. Answer as soon as you buzz. The names of 2 US states end in a letter S that is not pronounced as an S. For 10 points, name both.
Lincoln Hopkins.
Arkansas and Missouri.
No, Manchester, one of you buzz?
Manchester Brown.
Arkansas and Illinois.
Correct. Your bonuses are on a shared name element. The official name of China can be abbreviated to PRC. For what do those initials stand?
Oh, PK. People's Republic of China.
Correct. The People's Will revolutionary organisation assassinated which Russian Tsar in 1881?
Alexander II.
Correct. Which country on the Red Sea gained independence in 1993 after its People's Liberation Front successfully fought for secession from Ethiopia?
Eritrea.
Eritrea. Okay. I think that's not
Come on.
Okay. Eritrea.
Eritrea is correct. 10 points for this. Born 1777, which German mathematician gives his name both to a unit of magnetic induction and to an alternative...
Manchester Bar.
Gauss.
Gauss is correct, yes. Level pegging. Your bonuses now are on place names. Around the size of the Isle of Mull and at a latitude of 38 degrees north, Sado is the 6th largest island of which country?
Japan.
Quickly.
No. Canada?
Canada.
Come on.
Canada.
No, it's Japan. Reaching the Atlantic Ocean near the city of Setúbal, the Sadu is a major river of which country?
Portugal.
Portugal.
Portugal is correct. And at the gong, Lincoln College, Oxford have 175. Manchester University have 180. Well, bad luck, Lincoln. It was a great performance from you, and it was snatched away from you right at the death there, but I would guess that 175 will certainly be enough for you to come back as one of the highest-scoring losing teams. So thank you very much for joining. It was a great game, and Manchester, I thought there was no possibility of you winning that for much of the contest. I bet you did too, when you're minus 10. Anyway, it's a great performance. Congratulations. So we shall look forward to seeing you in round 2. I hope you can join us next time for another first-round match. But until then, it's goodbye from Lincoln College, Oxford.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Manchester University.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.